All right, this is our shoulder warm-up complex number 1. The first part is going to be a plate complex. You're gonna grab 2 smaller plates. These are extra small, 0.75 of a kilo, or of a pound. Wow, not even a pound each. But they look big, right? Now from here, you're gonna hold your hands out front, arms here. We'll do small circles forward for about 10 circles. Stop, small circles back for about 10 circles. Then stay big circles back for about 10 circles. And then big circles forward for about 10 circles. So that'll be the circle portion of that. Next one is 10 V shapes, or V kind of up movements. So you'll start with your hands, shoulders pulled back and down, good position. Start with your hands at your waist. Let's go up in a V, keep everything in a good position, come back down. Up in a V, come back down. Okay, so 10 of those. Then what we'll do is a few scarecrows. Scarecrows, shoulders pulled back and down, elbows kind of pinned against a wall or an invisible wall. From here, you're going to come straight up, come back down. Now what we're avoiding here is trying to fully internally rotating. You want to get down to the bottom and allow for as much rotation without internally rotating the shoulders. So come down, stop, pull back. Shoulders are pulled back this entire time into a good position. Last one is going to be a weighted wall slide. Wall slide, you'll put your hips, shoulders against the wall. Boink. Feet will be slightly away from the wall so that we can kind of angle our body here rather than being right up against it. Pin the shoulders back, pin the elbows, come back up to that kind of top of the scarecrow position. Now keeping everything touching, you'll reach as high as you can without letting elbows come off, without letting hands come off, and you'll hold that top position for a 2 count, 3 count, come back down. Try not to let ribs splay out, keep the rib cage tucked down, back against the wall. I have pretty limited mobility here personally. Something I should be working on. You'll find clients who can reach all the way up and come back down, but just make sure everything's in a nice, good, aligned position. That's the plate complex for the first part of shoulder complex 1. The next part is hold on to a pole or a pole stretch, and it's the same one as we had in that other video, where if you picture a pole behind me here, I don't have one here. Basically, you're gonna be tucked down, holding on to a pole behind you and reaching your hands up nice and high. This is just the same thing, just minus the being on one knee. So if there's a pole behind me, put one hand around it, one hand around the other side, and I'm going to reach up as high as I can while keeping my rib cage tucked down against the pole and trying to reach my shoulders open. We're gonna accumulate a minute hold here, ideally doing that in 1 set. Elbows locked out. You'll find a lot of people who have a real hard time with this position, but hands will be overlaid like this, reaching up nice and high, trying to stretch that out. And the final component of shoulder complex 1 is going to be a Turkish get-up. It's 6 Turkish get-ups. That's 3 each side. Turkish get-up being hold something overhead, step back, go down into one hand, slide the foot forward, lie on down, come back up, pelvic thrust, arm, foot goes through, stand on up. Now you can either start at the top or the bottom. Doesn't really matter to me. Just make sure wherever you start, you finish. That counts as 1. So if you start up overhead, you go down and up, that's 1. Switch sides, down and up, that's 2. If you start on the ground, then it's the same thing. If you lie on the ground, get up, go down, that's 1. So just wherever you start, make that be where you finish as well. The idea with the final movement there, the Turkish get-up, is that over the course of the month, people will increase in load. So if you start at 1 load for 6 Turkish get-ups, by the end of this, you should be increasing and having a heavier load at that end Turkish get-up. That is shoulder complex 1.